Hey everyone, Amanda here from Psych, talking a little bit more about Module 1 that sits within the 300-hour trauma-informed facilitator training. So Module 1, we're getting into accessible yoga and movement. And really what we're thinking about here is how do we make our spaces, our offerings, that much more accessible for all humans that walk into the space. So we're going to be thinking about bio-individuality, really thinking about the individual physical bodies, as well as all of the intersections that come with that. We're going to think about different variations that we can offer, different ways to use accessories. So think yoga blocks, bolsters, pillows, literally anything and everything that can make a class or an offering that much more easeful or that much more room for curiosity and potential. And within that, what we're really looking at is how do we as facilitators really hone the craft of verbal cueing and really thinking about it in a way of offering little breadcrumbs for people to explore any movement-based practice in their own way. So really thinking about that embodiment piece or that empowerment piece that allows people to find their practice from the inside out, rather than thinking we're teaching someone something. What if we take a step back and create a space for someone to explore it in the way that's best for them? So within this, we're thinking about invitational language, we're thinking about the power of choices, maybe supported choices and what that might look like. We're thinking of all of the different ways that we can modify, shift, change, evolve, or the variations that we can offer within that as well. So thinking about how you're going to sequence, how you're going to pull things together, and really thinking about the tools that you wish to bring forward that make your offering, your spaces, really inclusive and not just in the grander context of that, but really thinking about what inclusion means and how do people feel safe and seen within that offering or what space that you've created or the space that you're holding. We'll also start to dismantle the idea of there needing to be physical adjustments, and this can also be a little bit of a hot topic, but we'll get into the why. We'll get into the trauma-informed aspect of what that looks like, and this is really why we're bringing that space forward around advancing the verbal cue and what that looks like in terms of breaking down any retraumatization patterns that might happen for people when unwelcome touch or unconsented touch comes forward. So we're bringing that intersection in of what trauma might be held or what trauma might be remembered or re-experienced within someone's body when they're in these different spaces, and how might we as facilitators create a safe-ish, relatively safe space for people again to explore their own innate resilience and build that capacity back up and really hone in on what that looks and feels like, so that there is the safety for people to explore in their own time and way. So we're getting into all of this goodness, all of these different ways to make spaces a little bit braver, a little bit more full of curiosity, potential, possibility, and thinking about how we as facilitators and practitioners can really creatively approach these spaces within that safer context. So we've got information on both the Psych website, we've got information on Kirsten or Kay's website through Legacy Motion. You can email either one of us, shoot us a message, whatever that looks like for you. We're always happy to answer any and all questions. And yeah, like I said, this module is Module 1 that sits within the greater 300-hour trauma-informed facilitator training. We would love to have you along. So any questions, please reach out and take care.